This next exercise is to work on some shoulder stability. I call this exercise a shoulder rocker. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start off on our side here. And what I want you to focus on is we're gonna get this shoulder in a nice stacked neutral position before we get started. So what I want you to do is bring that shoulder underneath you. Bring the arm up and legs can be bent like so. The movement's gonna look like this. Before you get going, I want you to note a couple things here. My shoulder is nice and long. I'm not shrugging my shoulder. My torso is lifted up away from the ground, and the point that I'm moving through is this downside elbow. So to get comfortable with this movement, I highly suggest you take this hand, place it on the elbow, and as you get comfortable with this movement, make that your only pressure point as we lift off the ground and come back down. A good cue I like to give people here is pretend like there's an arrow shooting through your shoulder, so as you go down, you're fulcruming around that joint, feeling that work. So pretend that arrow's there, stabilize through that elbow, go down and up. Notice as I'm going through this range of motion, my wrists and my hands are pronating and supinating. It is the natural movement of the arm, so I'm letting it happen. On the other side, I'll go ahead and set it up so you can see what it looks like. Same thing. Lay on that downside shoulder, but we want to make sure it's nice and stacked to start. Bring that elbow up so it's parallel, or so it's at 90. Support that elbow through the movement. We're going to make sure that shoulder's unshrugged, torso's lifting up away from the ground. Without that support, it's going to look like this. If I can feel my elbow starting to get up away from me, I want to make sure I bring it back down before I continue with my reps.